members of our Congress, you will always have within our government those that are above the law. Hey, it's me. And you know what? Choco is very nervous, and he should be. He knows what he did. And in 2017, I mentioned this after Trump made that tweet saying that the Trump Tower was wiretapped by Obama. Obama basically came out and he accused the DOJ, saying they did it, like he had nothing to do with it. But this was not synchronized with what the media was saying. The media, all of them, had the same talking points, basically saying, without evidence, Trump is accusing. Or not citing any evidence, Trump is saying this and that. And they had coordinated talking points. But it seems like Choco didn't get those talking points. And I guess he felt so guilty, he came out right away saying that, hey, other people did it. And he pointed to the DOJ, meaning that if you really want to get to the heart of Spygate, it's going to be at the DOJ. But, you know, of course, the liaison was John Brennan, and maybe James Clapper as well, even Susan Rice. When it comes to wiretapping, even Samantha Power was involved. And of course, Choco knows what he did. He's feeling guilty because he knows what he did. He was in those meetings, and it's very obvious from Susan Rice writing an email to herself a week after a meeting with Choco, and Brennan was there, and Comey, that Choco specifically said that we should do everything by the book, which means that he didn't say that. He said the opposite, probably. But it's very telling how guilty people, you know, if they're not intelligent masterminds, if you have like a Kenyan doofus, you know, at the immigration check or whatnot, they start babbling and, and you know, he's guilty. And even now, he's very nervous, and, you know, everything he has, it can just really all just fade away because his legacy is gone, if he ever had a legacy. He's being exposed as a complete incompetent, just by the contrast of what Trump has been doing in even less than 2 years compared to Choco's failed 8 years. And so now, of course, he needs Tim Dems to get the House so that they can stop all these investigations, because Chairman Nunes has an objective, and that is Choco. I'm sure he has some kind of chart, like, you know, how the FBI used to have charts of mob families. I'm sure he has a Spygate chart in a room somewhere, and Choco is right there on top, right? So Choco is the objective. I noticed that Chairman Nunes, he's going on that path that leads to Choco. And so if he's stopped, then perhaps Choco can get away with it. But I really feel as though Choco is so nervous because he was not only implicated in Spygate, but also in emailing with Hillary Clinton. And so you may have noticed that rallies, Trump always hammers down one point about the Hillary crimes, and that is deleting those 33,000 emails even after getting a subpoena from Congress. It's always that crime that he's focusing on. Why? Because Trump has the 33,000 emails. And that is because, you know, you have countries that have it, and they took it. Now, you don't want to reveal that, because that would be like, hey, it's like WikiLeaks and Russia collusion, especially if Russia is ready to give them to Trump. It would look like collusion, and it may hamper the effort to put away Hillary. But he could also get it from the NSA, I guess. I just feel like Trump has those 33,000 emails. And I believe that Choco knows that Trump has those 33,000 emails. And therefore, he's very nervous. Because all it takes is one AG that will go after it, and that's it. Or a special counsel. But I believe that Choco knows that everything could just explode in his Choco face at any time. And that's why President Trump doesn't even care about Choco. He has Choco by the mangina, right? The Kenyan mangina. Because it wasn't just the hunchback of Chappaqua, Hillary Clinton, that was sending classified information over an unsecured server, and maybe also planning things that were beyond the law. And, everybody had access to that classified information. Some of it may have been top secret. And that's why those 33,000 emails were very important. It was Choco who also emailed with Hillary Clinton, and I believe 33,000 times where Choco was involved in emailing with his then Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton. So both Hillary Clinton and Choco are at the mercy of President Donald J. Trump, because I strongly believe he has those 33,000 emails. That's why he keeps nailing the issue and the item, and I believe in the future he could decide to pull the trigger and have the DOJ look at it, or special counsel, or something may happen and those emails are suddenly published, and then the DOJ has to look at it and they have to take action. So I don't know how President Trump would do it, but I do believe that Choco really knows Hillary Clinton. I don't know, maybe she doesn't know, but she's a delusional idiot and always drunk, so maybe she just doesn't have a clue. But Choco is very nervous, and I'm guessing that the Iranian gargoyle, Moshishi, Valerie Jarrett,